This is going to be useful for anyone that wants to figure out the regenerative braking on their Hyundai. If you're driving a plug-in hybrid, I already have a video for how the paddle shifters work on plug-in hybrids and hybrids, because it's slightly different, like Tucson and Santa Fe. So this is more like for full EVs like Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6 and Ioniq 9 as well, and new model Kona. I'm going to hold the phone on this one because I'm in a driveway, so not in the public road anyway. Right, on the EVs you're going to have a shifter here and you're going to have one over here as well. So you can see this one here is a plus and this one here is a minus. So if I wasn't holding the phone, I'd be using left hand here and right hand over through there. The thing to keep in mind as well is we have this here, so you're going to see a few little modes we're going to run through. So different levels like iPedal, level 3, level 2, level 1, level 0, and then also an auto function as well. So we'll just start off. The first thing to think about here is there's like 3 areas we're going to cover. 1 is just the different levels, 2 is the iPedal, and 3 is the auto function. So like any normal car, we go to drive away. It'd be handy if I put the car in gear, I suppose. So foot on the brake, we're into D, and we're just going to drive away. So at the moment, this is at level, sorry, I should have put this on 0. So to put it on 0, oops, I'm going to go back into the levels. So normally default from the factory, it'll be on level rather than auto. So I'll go back into that and I will explain this a bit better in a sec. So bear with me. So again, we're starting on the first one here. All we're going to do is just drive. So we're going, the car's in gear, we're going to drive away. We are on level 0. So basically the car can freewheel. There's no restriction to the car. When I'm moving, it's literally just freewheeling. So my foot's not on the brake. Now if I brake, it's like a normal car. So level 0, really nothing to look at. Now I want to show you the differences with level 1, 2 and 3. And all that happens from a driving point of view, basically, is when we're on level 1, we feel a bit of restriction. Level 2, a little bit more restriction into forward. Level 3, a little bit more. So let's go forward. Right, I can go level 1, level 2, level 3, and to do the different levels, all I'm doing is level 1, level 2, level 3. So let's start off level 1. The car's coasting along. If I go for, sorry, level 0, level 1, one click, I can feel a bit of restriction. Let's go level, okay, let's go level 2, a bit more restriction, and then let's go level 3, a little bit more restriction. So when I'm on level 3 here, the easiest way I can describe it, if you're not used to an EV, it's like basically level 0 is just freewheeling. Level 1 is if you're just tiny bit on the brakes. Level 2, if you're a little bit further down on the brake pedal. Level 3, if you're a little bit further on the brake pedal. So it's kind of like driving a car with kind of the brake pedal stuck on a little bit, if that makes sense. It feels just a little bit restricted, almost like you're driving away with a handbrake that's marginally pulled up. Why is this useful? Basically, it's when the car is decelerating, there's like kinetic energy that gets produced, and what it's trying to do is just harvest that energy and put it back up into the battery. So there's a certain thing about efficiency on this. And then the other thing as well is you're not using your brake pads as much. There's also a max. So you got level 1, 2, 3, and we saw that level 1, 2, 3 is controlled from here, but there's also a max. So you can see at the moment, we're on level 3. So I'm going to drive forward, but this time I'm going to go max. So instead of tapping that, I'm going to hold it. And what it's done is, it's actually stopped the car dead. I haven't had to use the brake pedal at all. So you can see the car's brought us to a stop. When you are driving and you pull it, it'll say max, if that makes sense. And literally it's just slowing you down. So that's the max amount of regenerative regeneration, I suppose, it can do. But for the driver, I normally do that now rather than using a brake pedal. I'm just holding that max button and it's slowing the car down. And after a while, it's not as sharp as a brake, but you do get good at judging distances after a while. The other thing then is something called an iPedal. The easiest way I can describe the iPedal is it's kind of like having max on the whole time. It's one kind of pedal driving. So to engage, so actually for a lot of these controls, by the way, you need to be in D going forward to manipulate them. So as we can see already, that was bringing us back to 0. This one here, 1, 2, 3, and then if I hit it a 4th time, it goes to iPedal max. So rather than kind of holding it, I went like what we said, switching this left paddle. We have level 0, we have 1 tap level 1, 1 tap level 2, 1 tap level 3. If I was driving and I held it, we would have max, but instead I'm going to tap it instead a 4th time, So I'm going to tap it, and now we've got iPedal Max. iPedal Max, I touch the accelerator, I drive on, I'm not touching anything, and it's brought me to a complete stop. So I can tap the accelerator, move. Remember, I'm not touching anything, and it's brought us to a stop. Okay, so we've really concentrated on this one here, like we're saying, level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, iPedal. Or while we're driving, if we hold it, we can also have max. We haven't really talked about this one here too much, so like we're saying, that decreases everything. So you can see over here, iPedal stop. If I tap this one, back to 3, back to 2, back to 1, back to 0. But it does one other thing. When it's on 0, hold it, and you get auto. It's kind of hard to display auto in the video, but essentially what auto is going to do is it's automatically going to judge what the right setting is by itself. So it'll decide, should you be in level 1? Should you be in level 2? Should you be in level 3? And the way it does that is it uses kind of the driving inputs, the data from that, it uses the environment, and it also depends on the vehicle that's in front, how far they're away from you as well. So it takes all that into account, and then it chooses what it thinks is the correct amount of regen braking at that time. So auto, what you can see sometimes, it kind of varies. When you're using it, it's kind of variable. So what'll happen is it moves up along a sort of scale. Now I know it's very binary here, it's either at the top or the bottom. But under normal conditions when you're driving, it'll move up and down through that scale. So you can kind of see, does it think it needs to be at level 1, 2, 3, or roughly whatever area it is. Anyway, that's essentially how you use the paddle shifters for regenerative braking on a full EV and a Hyundai. Probably applies to a lot of other cars as well, but mainly Hyundai and Kia anyway. So hopefully that video is useful. Any questions, let me know in the comment section. Thanks for taking time to watch.